Children don't tell you they want to give up, never tell you they want to give up. Adults tell you they want to give up, but children don't. Children really are looking towards the next day.
You're constantly amazed by their ability to deal with it, and the parents are an inspiration too, really.
It's hard, but
not easy.
If it means they're going to be better at the end,
In the long run,
you'll do anything for your kids to get better.
We are the answer to cancer. We can only solve the problems through the support of individuals and organisations. And the only way that we're going to solve that problem is increase funds.
To fix something, you need to understand what goes wrong at the start. And the OCF's focus is that.
In terms of their fundraising, all the funds that they are raising are coming through to our research group in order for us to go after these new initiatives. Children's diseases, children's health is talked about as being a pharmaceutical orphan. What that means is there's no money in childhood disease. If you were a company, if you're a pharmaceutical company, you're not going to spend a lot of money developing strategies for dealing with childhood disease. You'd go broke. Your shareholders would fire you.
For us, that means about one child every 2 weeks dying each year. And it's very, very difficult. You would love to be able to offer a future child some new opportunity. And it will only come through a very concerted effort of research. No Mickey Mouse stuff, but a really determined research effort that's well supported.
Really, the way forward is to stop this disease as quickly as we possibly can. Look, we'll probably put a number of charities out of business somewhere down the line, and it's my objective to go home one day and tell my family that I'm out of a job because we've solved the problems.
What we need to continue to support and encourage is the major research children's hospitals of the world. And there are a handful of major children's hospitals that drive improvements in child health care, and we're one of them.
Government grants don't fund cutting-edge, out there, high-risk procedures or activities, and that can only come by nurturing the imagination of researchers, by making sure that young people come through. I fully expect that, in fact I'm aware that over the decades the breakthroughs have often come from very young people, people that you think don't have the experience because they had the imagination.
We said, well, what do we need to fast-track this? And they said, well, one thing we need is consistent funds. So we certainly have put our hand up now to fully fund such a specific project, and that's sort of given us a great deal of direction for the coming years.
One simple example is the gene therapy approach to treating brain tumours. So the idea is that based on basic science work that we've been doing and other groups throughout the world have also been doing, we've committed to now a clinical trial. There is no way we could have contemplated taking that project on without the support of OCF. We've already employed 4 people whose role it is to now put this in place and offer this as a therapeutic strategy for children with inoperable brain tumours. Inconceivable without OCF support, just couldn't have thought of it.
We immediately said that we will totally fund that for the next 5 years and gave our guarantee to do so. And we are so excited about the next 5 years. It gives us direction, it gives our supporters direction, and apart from that, it allows us to envelope a lot of other people into the family, so to speak, and work towards a common goal. We've formed an alliance with the Sydney Swans recently, and we're partnering them in their community program, which is called the Team Swans Community Program. And we see this as an ideal opportunity for us to gain further exposure in the marketplace, to also seek further credibility by aligning ourselves with a very strong sporting brand, probably the strongest sporting brand in Australia.
We have quite a number of tangible successes in improving the outcome of children with cancer. And that's only possible because we get substantial outside support through the OCF.
You're putting your child's life in their hands.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to put your views aside and listen to what they say, because they're the experts, not us.
These people are going through something that they could not possibly imagine. They're being asked to jump on an incredible learning curve. And I think that having a child diagnosed with cancer would blow everything out of the water. And so essentially we're first of all dealing with people in shock, and then they're jumping on an incredible learning curve. And I often say, go away and have a cry, but when you come back, be ready to fight. Because we're really asking those parents to support the child too.
The kids are the ones that keep us going. You know, if it wasn't for them, we'd fold. You know, if we had the same symptoms or the same treatment, or the, you know, we wouldn't last as long.
You can't explain to little babies why I'm giving you a big needle in your bottom. I'm not going to be able to explain that to you. But they know about getting better. And so, yes, darling, this is going to hurt you, but it's very important that we get you better.
If we didn't have OCF at present, we would not be able to have the OIU in its current form. We would have a very small research program, and probably one that didn't focus on the basic problems of how cancers develop.
And the reality is, without OCF, couldn't have thought in the same, I mean, it changes your thinking. OCF gave me the opportunity to say, you know, we can really do this. We can go the next step that is so difficult for most researchers to achieve. So I will look back and I actually see this kind of turning point, and what we've begun to achieve in terms of translation is just remarkable. I can't express the satisfaction that gives.
It's an important thing to let people know that we can't do it on our own. We need their help and we need their support, and together we can make a difference, and together we can solve the problems of childhood cancer and give these kids what we say is provide them with the best gift of all, and that's the gift of life.